Welcome to Weekly Stuff and Things with Mathew Ruybal. I'm Mathew Ruybal, and this is episode 18. Topics for the week are right there. If you would like to skip through, you may do so now. If not, after we give the clickers time to decide, we will move on to the show. Let's go. Books is very short this week. I just wanted to mention, if you did not know this, Ernest Cline's new book is out. It's called Armada, and Ernest Cline is the author of Ready Player One, which if you have not read, you should totally give a chance. It's quite good, especially if you're my age, which we're not going to discuss. Armada's out. That is likely the next book I will get into after what I'm reading right now, which is this, because I know I'm 35 and I haven't read this, which is terrible considering how much I enjoy science fiction and fantasy fiction. I just haven't gotten around to reading it until now, so I'm finally reading Hyperion by Dan Simmons, and I will share my thoughts on it. Even though this book's been reviewed a bunch already, I will share my thoughts on it when I'm finished with it. So, there's always rumors about Star Wars and the universe going forward, but the one that most interested me this week was the one that Disney has possibly 3 live-action shows in the works that they want to deliver via Netflix. That's my favorite rumor of the week, because I think that sounds amazing. The stuff they've done with the Marvel franchise, speaking of Disney, I think is going to translate really, really well to the Star Wars universe, and the idea that we get to see so much more of the Star Wars universe now, that some straight to Netflix shows could be amazing. I mean, look what they did with Marvel's Daredevil. It was awesome. So I hope this is a true thing, and I guess we will see.
Oh, you think you can snack, you piece of shit?
That's cool stuff in gaming this week. I just picked up a game on PS4, a downloadable game called The Swindle. And this is a roguelike style game where you're a professional thief. You burgle, and the mansions or whatever, the places you're going to rob from procedurally generate each time. So no 2 heists are the same. And every time you die, which hopefully isn't often, but every time you die, you come back as a different person with a different cute little name, and aside from that, not really much else difference. But, it's kind of quirky and fun. I've found it to be very challenging so far, and a lot of fun, and very much like, what is it, Rogue? What's that game I'm playing all the time? Rogue
Legacy?
Rogue Legacy, yeah, Stiggles coming through. Rogue Legacy, much like Rogue Legacy, it's really, really hard to put down. You want to keep going, like, no, this time I'll do better. This time I'll do better. And it's a whole lot of fun. It's on sale, I think, right now for $11 something on PlayStation Plus on PlayStation Store. So if you want to check that out, I highly recommend it. The Swindle. The final game in the N Plus series is out now. It's on PlayStation Network for $20, $19.99. N++, and it comes with a staggering 2,360 levels. 2,360 levels. If you've ever played N+, you know how challenging it gets later on. And I can't even, my mind is, plus this still has the level editor. If you haven't played this, play it. These games are awesome, and if you have this, what do you think? The last thing I want to talk about as far as actual games go in the gaming segment is LEGO Dimensions. The more I see for this game, the more excited I am. There are so many, LEGO has licensed so many ridiculously awesome franchises, and that they're putting them all together in a LEGO game has me so incredibly stoked. If you've never played any of the LEGO games, I would start with the Star Wars ones, because I think they're the most fun, but they have, a bunch of them, and they're all quite good. So this game, oh my god, you've got Doc Brown, and who else is in it? Doctor Who is in it, which is ridiculous. Lego Movie, those guys from the Lego Movie, Batman, and Batman meets another Batman. It's really cool. I don't even know how it works. There's a thing, but it's like dimensional. I don't know. So Gandalf, it's going to be awesome, is what I think. It seems as if these subscription services are all the rage right now, like Loot Crate, for example. And speaking of Loot Crate, Nintendo is going to be releasing an N box soon, it says on the website, and it will be a subscription service, much like Loot Crate, that will be full of about $40 worth of $40 worth of gear from Nintendo, a shirt and then other Nintendo related stuff. So if you're a big Nintendo fan, the N box should, you know, fill your nerd box, geek box, do you know what I mean? It'll fill your... Am I making any sense, Stig? Okay. He knows what I mean. So N-Box is coming soon from Nintendo. Another one that's coming out that's gaming related is from the website, where did I put it down? Zavi, Z-A-V, it's on the screen. I don't have to spell it for you. Zavi.com. They are releasing the Z-Box here pretty soon, another, Loot Crate-y type thing, but it'll be geared towards a specific console, so you can pick an Xbox and it will be full of Xbox related goodies and PlayStation and Nintendo. So kind of cool. And finally, with the subscription box conversation, the Loot Crate for November is going to be a Fallout 4 Loot Crate. So if you are not currently a Loot Crate member, signing up before November, see what I did there, would be a good idea if you're a Fallout 4 fan, and I can't imagine why you wouldn't be. If you came up to me and said, hey Matt, are you going to see Black Mass? And I would say, what's that? And then you could tell me this whole story about the plot, or you could just say it's got Johnny Depp and Tom Hardy in it. But if you also said it's about one of the most notorious gangsters ever to live, I think you should already be sold too. The trailer's on IMDb if you want to check it out, or just go see it because that's what you should do. There's a rumor swirling around the interwebs that they're going to remake the film Nosferatu, which is, the original is black and white. It's it was shot in the 20s. You know, F.W. Murnau. It's to me still, it's so iconic. It's a silent film, of course. You know, it didn't have audio yet, and it's still the most, I think, terrifying image of a vampire that I've ever seen, recorded on film. It's such a classic thing. The remake, the 80s remake, I've never even seen the 80s remake because I loved the original so much I wasn't ready to watch anybody else's vision of it, and now they're talking about, remaking it again. I haven't seen Shadow of the Vampire with, two awesome actors in John Malkovich and Willem Dafoe, which is about the making of the original film. But I'm interested now because I am curious to see how they would go about doing it more. We had the original with no sound in black and white, and now we have, and then we had the 80s remake, 1989 I think, so which added sound and color, and now in our generation doing it again, we have so much more in our toolkit as filmmakers, just the ability to move the camera in ways that we couldn't before. So I guess I am kind of interested to see how they do this. What do you guys think? Will you see it? I don't watch a lot of sports-related movies. Not that I don't like sports. I do. I love sports. But I don't like watching sports movies because they're almost always kind of the same. Same with romantic comedies. I don't hate them, but they're always kind of the same. So I get bored of it. Whereas, at least with action and that kind of stuff, there's something new to look at or some different way to see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But they're sequeling Goon, which is one of my favorite sports movies ever because, one, it's about hockey, and I freaking love hockey. And also, it's just freaking amazing.
Stay away from my Percocets. And do you have any Percocets, man?
All right. Right? That's the movie right there for you. They're sequeling it. It's going to be called Goon Last of the Enforcers, and I couldn't be more excited. A lot of people say, myself included, that Hollywood has run out of ideas, new ones, or original ones, or interesting ones, for that matter, half the time. And here's more proof. Disney's looking at making a live-action version of The Sword and the Stone. Also, I think that could be really cool. But it's super unnecessary.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they didn't stop to think if they should.
My feelings about Jesse Eisenberg are very mixed. Very mixed. And I could go into why for hours, but we don't have that kind of time. Also, that's probably a weird conversation to have with someone. I don't even know Jesse Eisenberg. I'm still talking. I finally brought myself to watch the trailer for American Ultra starring Jesse Eisenberg. And there's something about it that reminds me of The Watch with Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn, and I loved that movie. And there's something about this that kind of makes me feel that way. So I'm actually really excited to see this. Comes out in the month of August, this month. Did you know that they are making a Baywatch movie? No, but for real, they're actually going to do it this time, finally, eventually. They've been meaning to do it for a while. And it's going to star none other than, The Rock.
Stay out of my way. You know I like my dessert first. Give me the damn veggies.
Hello, you son of a bitch.
At least until we kill that son of a bitch. I'll see you soon.
Because, yes. The last thing I will say about movies in this week's episode is go to this, link this to places to where it is. Watch it with your eyes. Turbo Kid. This trailer for Turbo Kid. That's what you will do when you watch the trailer for Turbo Kid. I want this in my eyes so much hard. Watch it. Turbo Kid. This looks like everything cool from when you were a kid, but cooler because it looks pretty cool with the bad effects. I don't know. It's awesome, but let's watch that. It's so awesome, Snake. That is the end of the show about the things and the stuff we talked about. I hope you enjoyed talking about that, listening to me talk about them. Talk to me about them by putting in comments, after in the bottom, whatever. I do that. And also, if you like the video, subscribe to the show. It'll come out mostly every week. And I'll do reviews of other things. In fact, I'm going to go see Mission Impossible Rogue Nation this coming Monday, and then I will shoot a review and I will post it for your eyes and ears to see and listen to. And then there will be a book review when I finish Hyperion, blah, blah, blah. You can follow me on Twitter, @Ruybal and, get out of here. Get out of here. Be safe and make good choices. I'll see you next time. Outro. Okay. Can't stop giggling. Okay.